Hi everybody, my name is Duoneo Starfire, and I'm here with your weekly Defender report. This guide is for those that have a basic understanding of being a Defender in multiplayer. If you would like to know more about how to be a Defender in multiplayer, please refer to my basic guides, which will be listed below as Duoneo's Basic Defender Guide. But anyway, let's get right on into it. So the first 5-star Saqqara, so we'll see, is a Drama Lek. We can get a summon ticket from him right off the bat here. He's also in 4-star, so make sure you pick up your summon ticket for 4-star. Now, he will be dropping his Saqqara's cards, which will be noted down below here, and also the Green Jewel 5-star. He will also be able to drop things that you will need in order to gain May's new weapon in there that unlocks extra skills for her actual cards itself, but we'll get more into that a little bit later. As far as resistances, Adramelech has resistance to stun and deep barrier, and he actually has boons for 5-star. Boons are actually a new thing for 5-star. He will have critical up, which will be given to not only him but also his guards. And on top of that, he has a thing called perfect defense. This actually happens if his health is decreased by 1/5 without breaking. So if you try to actually just go ahead and destroy him outright, he will actually put a perfect break, or a perfect defense, which will actually make him unable to actually receive damage for 3 turns. Also, he uses a thing called perfect protection. Usually on the first turn, he uses it on his guards, so you can't actually attack the guards first, so you actually need to break him right away. However, he can actually use full defense on himself in order to actually make it so you can't attack him for 1 turn. So just make sure that when you're going through this, you either break him so it actually breaks the rotation, or you actually make sure that you do not just damage him outright. Alright, now let's go over some defenders for this 4-star. Honestly, I'm recommending these 3 defenders. However, you can use other defenders, but the rest of your party, and maybe even you, probably won't survive the final hit due to the fact the boss, when he reaches 0 health, tries to take you out with a suicidal attack. The first one that I'm going to recommend for this week is the Knight. It's even better if you have Hall of Fame completed, so I highly recommend it for this. He has amazing defense, high health, and can drive wind for the explosion at the end of the fight. And lastly, if you're using a BBD or CRD card, has huge damage with Earth-based attack. So if you're using an Earth-based attack such as Titan, you could actually use that very well. The deck I have set up here is actually a pretty basic one for the Knight card. A Max Wind Taunt card, or Gladio, as you see here, is one of the best taunts to take for this week. You have Legendary Powie Yowie. I prefer the Legendary Dragon over the Legendary Golem. However, you can take Legendary Golem for the AoE Unguard. And last but not least, Legendary AoE, which is Legendary Tree Face, as far as that for the Knight. Moving on to the next one, I have for Monk here, which honestly, Monk has high defense, high health, can drive wind at the end, the explosion of the fight, and lastly, using a BBD card for Titan, it has huge damage with Earth-based attacks, so this would actually be good to actually use for him. For the Monk setup right here, I actually have Gladio having a taunt. However, having a Max Wind taunt would actually help very well also. Legendary Pagliali for that AoE slow. You then have Kryos's Onslaught for Debrave and Curse. However, you can also throw in Legendary Dragon there. However, I would recommend using the Monk card over the Legendary Dragon. And last but not least, Legendary Tree Face for that AoE. The last one that I would recommend is Heretical Knight. Now, Heretical Knight, you can have high defense, high health, can drive wind for the explosion at the end of the fight, but he doesn't really have anything else for that. However, he does have very high health, high defense, so that's always a good one for that. Heretical Knight, for there, I would still take Gladio with AoE Taunt and Curve, but then you also have the Maxed Wind Taunt card, which would actually be very good for him. Legendary Powie Alley for the slow. Honestly, I was going to take Legendary Ghost for the AoE Dispel. However, you can also take Neo X Death or you can take Legendary Dragon. It's a very multitude one if you want to use his fire spec instead of his dark spec for this. And then lastly, Legendary Tree Face for the AoE Weaken. These will all help in the long terms of actually using this and going a little bit further in these ones. As far as for the weapons are concerned, weapons, I would use either the Masamune Axe, which honestly has the Life Draw, the Reunion, and the Attunement Chain, or honestly most people would recommend the Dragmon Deal X, the HP Up, the Elemental Third Strike, and the Prismatic Draw. From there, as far as monk weapons, there is only one right now that is actually good, which is the Eisenfaust X, which is the HP up, the third elemental strike, the prismatic draw, and the ultimate boost if you were lucky enough to pull that. And that's it as far as the tanks for this week and the weapons that you would use. Alright, and that is it for the 5-star for this week. Honestly, I will be doing multiple 5-star reports in the upcoming weeks so that we are able to actually get down these next 5 stars and continue on doing a great job. If you would also like some tips on how to be a defender, please leave them in the comments below or refer to my basic defender guide, which is listed already in the comments. And remember, you are the defender of the party. You need to keep everyone alive and keep on debuffing up that boss. Good luck to everybody on your 5-star fights, because we surely are going to need it. Until next time, I'll see you later. Duoneo Starfire, out.